Hi, this is Robert Merritt with race number 8 this year for Big Boar Bash from Willow Springs, November 3rd. We are Group 1. You'll see there's 12 cars in the field, but most of them are Formula Fords and only one really in my class. So it's kind of a quiet race. It was Halloween weekend, and Bob's wife Sherry and he did some nice knife work on the pumpkins. Thank you. Willow Springs Raceway is 2.5 miles, 9 turns, very high speed for average, like 108, 110 miles per hour on a lap. And as you can see, about as slow as you go is 60 miles per hour up in turn 3. This is my time sheet with sector times if somebody wants to stop and study them. The actual fastest of the weekend's not listed here. This is the start of the race from inside the car. I thought we'd show you that first today. That's the pace car, of course, and this is turn 9, as you can see with the little map up there on the right, coming onto the front straight. It'll be hard to see the green flag, but he gives it just a few more yards here. And I get lucky and get a good jump on Joe, and off I go. And unfortunately, sort of, I don't look back for 19 laps. It was quiet. I was in the lead the whole time. What we'll show you here is most of the first lap after the start here repeats from outside. Here we go. Here's the start. You'll see I'm on the left side of the screen here in the yellow car, yellow and blue. And that's Joe. And there's a red Mazda behind me, a green Formula Ford, and a sports racer, and those are about the only cars that I didn't lap during the race. So here's picking up on turn 2, in the middle of turn 2, lap 1. I'll show you the rest of this whole lap just so you can see the track if you're not familiar with Willow Springs by now. My strategy with Joe, who actually beat me on the qualifying race on Saturday, he passed me on the last lap, was to let him take the lead and me follow him, and then if he didn't do that, then I was just going to jump out in the lead and try to be like a rabbit and run away from him, make it hard for him to catch me. Figured he'd get tired over the full course of the race and wouldn't be able to chase me down. As it turned out, that worked, but I also got some help from some kind of problem on his car a little later. This is turn 9. You can see about 130, 135, and you saw I got pretty close to the white line out there. That's actually a good thing going through turn 9. It makes this part of the turn right here at the end a lot easier. Doesn't feel so scary drifting out towards the pit lane there. And I'll get back up to around 130 again before turning into turn 1. I'm still braking a little too hard probably here into turn 1. You don't really need to. You just downshift the gear and go for it. And now we're into lap 2. We'll show you most of that lap because it was the fastest lap. My first lap was a 126.14, as you can see there. This lap was actually a 124 flat, a 124.05. Something about combining the data with the video causes the times to change slightly, but not enough to matter. This is up at the top of turn 4, coming down the hill through 5. Right here I'm in 3rd gear. Try to turn early here and stay on this side of the corner, back on the gas way before that apex. Shift right here in the top of the hill, right before the top into 4th, so the car stays settled. Full throttle now, shifting into 5th gear right here. This is turn 7, a little kink. And then this turn, big sweeper, is turn 8. Kind of drift out here by the house on the left, out towards the white line. Didn't go quite as far as I should have. Try not to touch the brakes, but usually do, and still in 5th gear, pedal to the metal, and this will be that fast lap into the second lap. What that little black line is, there we go, 124.13 according to this tape. This is the end of that second lap, and as you can see, I'm pretty far in front of Joe already. So I'm being told out on the radio. You might see my thumb on the buttons here, and all the rest of the race now is just passes like that one. That was number 9, Jerry, and a 76 Lola T440 Club Ford. I'll pass them 2 or 3 times. They don't have quite the horsepower or the tires or speed. There's lap 9 already now, and I just just did a 126, which is kind of a comfortable lap here. And I'm going to pass number 39, Tom, in a yellow Caldwell D9. He's a Formula Ford. And then the next one, the red one, which I'm not quite too sure about passing here in turn 1 and decide just to wait on, is Troy in a 1980 Crossley 40F, also a Formula Ford. I wasn't sure he saw me, but as it turned out he did. And I probably could have just kept going. I'm not sure why the screen's all black right there. This is that same pass from outside. This lets you see the proximity of the cars. The GoPro camera makes them look a little further away than they actually are. I don't know why I think that's funny, but it is. So I think the next thing we'll pick up here is probably lap 11, and I'm passing number 42, Roy. He's in a 1969 Winkleman, also a Formula Ford. And we're going over the crest of turn 6 there. I wave at him, say thanks. He gave me plenty of room. Okay, that was the end of lap 11, and I just passed number 76 again. Now we're going to be showing an outside view of that pass, and then moving on to lap 12. And at the end of lap 12, around turn 8, 9, I'm getting ready to pass Jerry and a Lola, a 76 Lola, also a Club Ford. It's a T440 for the model number. And then I think we'll jump ahead again to like lap 15, and I'm passing number 76 Dana and his Merlin MKL9. I think that's the first time for him. That's a Club Ford as well. Then we move ahead to lap 18. That's the white flag. It was probably a little hard to see, but you can see it real well here from the exterior shot. So this is the start of lap 19 as we come back. And I think Jerry and his Lola are up there, and also Dana and the Merlin, again, number 76. I think I was passing them about every 3 or 4 laps. And I don't have to pass them, but I go ahead and do it here. It's comfortable, there's plenty of room, and it's not interfering with their race or anything. And so I think I show you passing Dana here and his Merlin. I wasn't quite sure if he was going to give me room, but he did. Thank you, Dana. And I think the next shot here will be the end of lap 19. Yep, and a checkered flag. That'll be a little hard for you to see, I think. And Carrie Ann wasn't there to catch that one. She'll see in a minute. Yep, I'm waving saying thanks. 2 guys in front of me there, they're still racing, so I don't want to interfere with that. They still get to finish their lap since I was right behind them and not in front. So we'll let them do that. So I got my flag, and as I mentioned, Carrie Ann wasn't there, so she mugs me about halfway back to the pits here in the middle of the parking lot, in the middle of the road. She's pretty excited here. As we switch to the exterior view, I'll let the native audio on the GoPro camera take over. She's a cutie. Okay, this is the rest of the way to the pits again, and I'm going to roll the car right up to the ramp so we can put it in. And again, I'll let the native audio take over. And this is where most of the entertainment occurs today.
Good race. Unfortunately, a guy I stopped to talk to, Joe, his car broke, so we didn't really get the race like I thought we were going to. Not a total surprise, though. Got on the video, though. Here comes my pitch. Way to go, Eddie!
You're champion and you win number 1. Oh, I'm so happy.
Okay.
Oh, I was so upset. I tried to get down there to play with to the finish line, and Bob had, we had to unload stuff, and then Bob said I could go and park
Honey,
up front, and I couldn't.
Come here and unplug me so I can get out. Good job, sweetie.
And then I wanted to take a picture as we came out. Wait here. And Bob thought we could get up close.
Just the big one, honey, is all that matters.
This one here?
Yeah, it goes down. Back there, the big one.
But I
Pull it
can't.
straight up.
It's all taped up, remember?
That? Oh, we taped that.
Yeah. That is so cool. I hope I got the start. Here, hold the flag, honey. Wait, hold the flag. Hold your helmet. And we gotta get a good picture of Raffy to where she can stand.
All checkers flags are good checkers. That's right. Even if there was only me out there.
Here are the two nice photos that Bob took. Thanks, Bob. Carrie Ann and I are having fun, as you can tell. In a second here, I'm going to switch us back to the native audio so you can hear the final entertainment. Bob and I have been here. We've been here 10-15 minutes. We're getting ready to pack up the car, and we're just talking about why Joe wasn't able to continue the race, what kind of problem he might have had. And so here's back to the native audio, and thanks to everybody.
Honey, I'm going to change. Relax.
So I can hang him out to dry.
He tried to hang on for about 3 laps and then just gave up. Yeah. He said broken steering. Take them and put them directly in the camera bag.
Okay.
Now, no detours.
I'll take them.
No detours.
I'll take care of the
Just go
rest.
do what I said.
Okay.
Overall is first.
Oh, I left the car running. I was so excited.